Hi, everyone. I'm Cody Orm, and welcome to episode 205 of the Pixels Inc. podcast, brought to you by Comics Gaming Magazine. Got a full table here and a guest on the line.
What's up?
Yeah, we do.
So I guess I'll introduce everyone first. Sitting directly across from me is Shaquille Lambert.
Yes, the king of interns has returned.
Making his third appearance.
Yes. I think, is it in a row?
No.
Oh, no.
You had the first one, then there's like two in between, and then
Yeah, you set up the teaser. You're going to be there for Marvel Civil War.
I'm sorry.
And you didn't come.
I'm sorry. I had important school stuff, and I wanted to go.
It's totally fine. There's a reason I didn't bring it up before now.
He was too hurt. That's why.
Damn it.
and sitting directly across from Shaquille is our resident movie expert, Phil Brown.
That's me.
How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got some movies to talk about today?
I do. I have 3.
Ooh, 3 movies.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yikes.
I know,
Busy.
right?
And sitting at the head of the table is our yes man, Jordan Biordi.
Yes. Hey, you forgot the luscious.
The luscious yes man.
Jordan.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Don't
And
even get started.
joining us via Skype. Is it Skype?
Yep, from Skype.
Joining
All
us
the way
via
from
Skype
from the big U.S. of A.
is our current
King of controversy.
Jed Whitaker.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
Sleepy. My sleep schedule has been garbage since that review. 16 hours straight was a mistake.
Yeah. Is it are you sleepy because you've been playing the game, or are you sleepy because all of the hateful comments are keeping you up?
I'm
at
just
night?
losing sleep over the 10 comments that are so mean.
Whoa, dude. 10
it's a lot
times
more
10.
than 10, dude. It's there's a lot.
Yeah, you don't even realize the civil war that you started in our comment section.
People are fighting in.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Oh,
I guess
dude.
before we go into the game news, we should address the big old elephant.
The big elephant in the room. You want to save that for what we're playing?
Do you want it? Well,
Yeah. Why not?
do you want to just get it out of
We're
the
all
way
here, we're all
first because we just
together.
made
Might as well
the.
just get out of the way first.
Okay, so
Okay,
we'll
fine,
talk
whatever.
about the game a little bit later, but the controversy surrounding Jed is actually. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want me to describe it?
You got it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let's say
Because if I talk about it, it's like a non-controversy to me. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
Cody's gonna make it interesting.
Jed reviewed Overwatch and gave it the ridiculously low score of 8 out of 10.
I mean, how
Worst game
dare
ever,
he
8 out
really?
of 10.
which is 1 point above 0.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
He goes 0, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, basically.
And the internet reacted as such, and now he's public enemy number 1.
I did it. I murdered Overwatch, and no one can have fun with it anymore.
yeah.
Damn
I mean,
you, giving it a reasonable score. How dare you?
It also comes in the wake with like certain like publications giving it like a perfect score.
Well,
like,
but now here's what I'm interested because Shaq, you were kind of angry about this.
here's the thing. I had a gut reaction. Like I was
Shaq actually led the revolution.
Yeah,
on this
he started.
site.
First comment
I'm
of
sorry,
Shaq.
I'm the one who caused the war against you. But no, seriously, no, I was just skimming through it because I was loving. the hell
Look
out of
at
the game.
that. Didn't even read it. Just skimmed it.
Yeah, no, I was
Typical commenter.
I looked at the score and then I was I was skimming through like, what is wrong? Like, what's he complaining about the game? And
How dare he?
yeah, because one of your main points in the review was about the whole microtransactions, and at first I was like, wait, what is wrong with you? Because I was looking at also the comments, and they were also saying like it's all cosmetic stuff. But then this morning in the office, Brendan was explaining it to me, like what was the deal with it, and I was like, okay, I can understand your point now. So even though I still kind of disagree with you on the score, personally, I enjoyed it a lot more than you did. I give it a 9, but I could see where your viewpoint is on the game.
I would give it a 9 if it were a free-to-play game like it should have been.
I, for one, welcome and support Jed's.
Controversial statement.
Yes. So
I haven't
whatever.
played it yet, so I mean, I'm itching to play it. I feel like I want to buy it because
Yeah.
this whole Overwatch thing is going to be a big thing, and I should probably get on that bandwagon
Is
while
it?
it's still.
Will it be big though? I mean,
it is.
Brink,
so far.
Brink was hyped. It failed. Spore.
Battleborn.
I think the difference.
No, Battleborn's good.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I reviewed Battleborn.
Yeah, Cody's
I did
not
not
happy
like
about
it.
I played it with him, but I didn't like it.
I
I've been
scored it
playing
lower than
for the
Overwatch.
past, like half hour, and I
has-
thought it was okay.
It has an amazing
Yeah, and I
intro.
scored it as such. It's an okay game.
No.
It was boring. I had to play a lot.
No,
Eh.
that
Anyway,
one has
we
an
should.
amazing intro. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that
no,
intro was
that's
amazing.
cool. Yeah, that's
that was
fine.
great.
Then just it's downhill from there. And then you know what? The intro sucks because it's really long and you can't skip it. Anyway,
Deltron.
It does have
moving
Deltron.
on. Game news.
Yes. There's actually quite a bit of stuff, actually. First up, congrats to the PS4 for selling 40 million copies.
It's a lot of
40
PS4s.
million units.
Yeah, sorry, 40 million units
Copies of the PS4.
Comes in like a little plastic case.
on a scanner. 3D printed. But yeah, no, they sold 40 million units worldwide. So yeah, congrats to that. That's a lot.
Good to see they have a ton of money, and
Yeah, that hype train for the PS4.
Yeah.
I,
Now, if only they had games to go along with it.
not wrong.
yeah, it's starting to pick up, I think. I mean, it was very slow at first, but that's generally what it's like when a system launches. It doesn't really start
It's
picking up until
basically
like
the
the
end
first.
of the generation now, so
Is it?
yeah, PS4K is coming out.
That's
duh.
not a new console though.
Sure, it isn't. Just like the 3DS didn't replace the DS.
Or the Game
Or
Boy.
the
Well,
new 3DS
no, I
didn't
think-
replace the 3DS.
Yeah, no, it's more like the new 3DS or the Game Boy Micro,
I'd say
where it
it's
was
more like the 32X.
yeah, it's just a
It's just a thing.
yeah.
You all hope.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Sega CD. It's gonna be that killer app that they need.
Yeah, well,
32X, you
it's a
mean?
really bright idea to like make people have to buy a new ridiculously expensive television to play it.
Well, I mean, it's
good.
Yeah.
I doubt they're gonna push it as a it's not gonna be a brand new system just because that's you're gonna segregate a huge part of your fan base and you don't want to do that. But no, it's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the generation.
I don't think anyone's gonna buy
that.
it. Is the thing.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Yeah,
be it.
well, that's
no
like-
one's gonna buy
People
it.
going to buy are the rich. Like,
That's
people
like-
who can afford to just drop like $800. Like
I don't know. I mean, Oculus Rift and Vive are selling like hotcakes, and they're far more expensive than a console.
Yeah, but that's kind of like a more unique experience than like a few more pixels.
Yeah,
I'm just, yeah, obviously,
I'm
but
saying?
if your argument is it's going to be too expensive, I don't think that's the case.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm with the internet trolls. Let's get this guy out of here.
No, I get.
Jed.
You know what? No, I get. Jed does kind of make a good point because I thought that was the same like barrier of entry to the Oculus and Vive, right? Was that they were too expensive. But he is right. The proof is kind of in
yeah.
the pudding.
Well, no, but Phil makes a very good point that it's not
Yeah, it's a whole new system for
And-
just a slight graphical.
And the
upgrade.
other thing too is that Sony does not ever support their additional game content, right?
No, they
so,
don't.
I
Or
doubt
their
that,
Vitas.
yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm getting at. Like, I doubt that the PS4K, it's not going to replace PS4. Most games are still going to work on the PS4, and it's not going to get as much support. It's going to be like the PS Move. Like Sony's is bad at that, and you don't want to give the PS4K more support than the PS4 because everyone just bought the PS4 and with the idea that this is going to be my console for the
Well,
next.
it's going to be just
5
like
to
cell phones,
7,
where like a new
8
one
years.
comes out that's more powerful, and then everyone still supports the old one. Just the new one works better and faster, and that's it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. That's pretty much what the new 3DS did anyway.
Yeah, because they haven't done nothing with the new 3DS except for
6 games.
6
They're
official
exclusive
games.
to it?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Like Xenoblade, what else?
Xenoblade.
I don't know what they are. I
only
just
ones
know
that
that
I
there's
know
6.
about. The only ones I know about for sure are Xenoblade Chronicles and the Binding of Isaac. Oh no, and then what? The Hyrule Warriors, but you can still play it.
No,
on
no,
all
that's no. I'm
3DS.
talking like this is Jim Sterling who said that there's 6, and he had to look it up too.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, the last Monster Hunter is one.
Oh, okay.
Oh
It
yeah,
has
yeah.
better textures when you play it.
Okay.
But I'm talking about games that only run on it, and then there's also the whole like Super SNES business.
Yeah.
which I don't really
I
understand
don't buy
either.
that either, to
but-
be honest.
Wait, what Super SNES business?
Oh, apparently, if you want to play old Super SNES games,
Oh,
you can
yeah, I
only
remember
use
reading
the new
Super
3DS.
That's the Super SNES.
Yeah.
Double
That's really
super.
irritating.
Anyway,
Next story.
Moving on.
Cody, you will enjoy this a lot.
will I?
They're making a Dishonored comic to bridge the gap
Yes.
between Dishonored 1 and 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I wrote about that.
It's being written by Gordon Rennie. He has written stuff for 2000 AD as well as worked on like Judge Dredd and
Cool.
comics like that.
Okay.
And it's going to take place, 12 years after the events of the first game. It's going to follow Corvo. and just him just
Well, okay.
Mysterious
dealing with,
figure
like, a
from his
mysterious
past.
figure.
So
The
probably
thing
someone
is-
who you killed.
With Dishonored, spoilers, it ends with Corvo not being alive anymore. I know
thought
that's
that's,
like
like, you got,
way
like, the-
out in the future. It's more of like one of those things like he eventually dies, but like I just always assumed like, okay, well that's the end of this character and we
Immediately
can move
after
on.
you
with-
finish the game, he just dies.
Well, it's literally like you just see his like grave at like
Keeled
the end
over.
of the credits,
Well,
I
I'm sure
believe.
it's probably years over. Does it show
Yeah.
the year?
No, I think it's implied that it's like it's in the future, but it always like bothered me that like you can play as him in this new game and he's still the main character even though you fully saw he dies.
I thought he's like a secondary character to the chick. What's her name?
You can choose between the two. Like you start at the beginning and you choose who you want to play as. They're showing off the new girl because she's new and different.
Cool.
Every game should have that cliffhanger ending where it just shows a tombstone of the main character with like a really far in the future date. Just like Mario 2020.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it open that way. You can never run out of like sequel potential.
Okay, so next up is a small bit of news. Again, I got to bring up Rocket League because I love Rocket League.
Rocket League's awesome.
Rocket League is right.
They finally have cross-play support for the Xbox One version
Yeah.
with PC.
They did
which
that.
is the first Xbox One game to have that feature.
Well, there was a huge Xbox leak too recently. You didn't read that? I wrote that story too. Yeah, basically, there's like all the stuff they announced that it's going to be at E3. Basically, they're just off the top of my head, they're releasing 2 potential streaming devices. One was going to be like kind of like an Android Fire, and the other one kind of like a Roku-esque device. So one that's like more or less like just for streaming, and the other one's kind of like got like apps and stuff built into it that kind of works somewhat off of Windows 10. What else? They're talking potential VR stuff for the new, like built into the next Xbox One. I guess Xbox One 2. What else were they talking about?
They said that it's going to be like 3 times more powerful graphically.
Yeah.
That's the rumor that I read, at least, if it's the same one that you've been seeing.
Was this their E3 leak?
Yeah. More
Oh,
or
that
less.
happens every year.
Well, I heard that they're not going to announce the hardware at E3. That
Oh.
this is like some other leak.
Because from what I heard too is that it sounds like Xbox is sort of shifting more towards becoming like a software platform because they want to try and like integrate into like a more like digital.
Yeah, well, because
element,
no one
like-
bought the Xbox One except for Shaq.
Yeah, well, what they want to do like more or less is try to
hate all of
merge the
you.
whole thing. I would have, you know what? That's not fair because I would have bought an Xbox One if it had like some better first party support.
You know what? The Xbox One has. Well, maybe this year's not the best. For the longest time, the Xbox One had better first party support, and going into next year,
But it
I
didn't
think
really have
that's
anything
true
that was
too.
looked like it was worth getting. Like the only thing that actually kind of interested me was Sunset Overdrive. and
Dead
then, which is-
Rising, Sunset Overdrive,
It's one
Rise,
game though.
Halo 5.
Halo,
Yeah, Halo 5 was
5, the
garbage.
Master
Halo 5's
Chief
ass.
Collection,
Halo 5 is the best.
rare
I already have the Master
replay.
Chief Collection. It's called Every Halo on
It doesn't
360.
matter. It's still. It doesn't.
like
You
it.
bought
I
Wind
like
Waker HD, and you think that's great. So why can't the Master Chief Collection be great too?
Because
Wait,
there wasn't
wait,
an amiibo in the Master
so-
Chief.
Yeah, that's
Collection.
exactly.
Well,
Very,
first
very
of all,
clear.
I think I've made my point very clear that Twilight Princess is still a pretty subpar game. Yeah. Wait, no, is that like you agree with me or
I
you-
don't agree with
Oh,
you.
it's so lame, dude.
I highly enjoyed it.
Have you played that Temple of Time dungeon?
I have.
It's a straight line to the end and a straight line back. It's not
It
even
makes
a
me
dungeon.
really
it's a
happy
hallway.
because when I first gave the score for Twilight Princess HD, you argued with me about
Did
it.
I?
Yeah, you did, just like every other game
What
I've
did I
released,
say?
I've reviewed. And you just were like, "No, it's not as bad as you're saying it is." And then you went back and played it.
I
now
didn't say
you
it's not as
changed your
bad as
tune.
you're saying it is. I thought it's not as bad as I initially thought it was. Like I gave it a hard time when I first played it.
No, you're saying
I
it
think you're
directly
just-
towards what I was saying.
No, I think you're just trying
Anyhoozle,
to find reasons to make me
Fight,
argue with you.
fight.
I don't want to argue with you anymore. We had enough of that going through Battleborn.
God, it's
Jumping
like
to
we've
the
been
next
married for
story.
20 years. Honestly, we can't get through one
Next
day
news
without
story.
an
Next
argument.
news story, Jordan. Hey, E3. Everyone wants to go. But
I'm going.
It's yeah, Cody's going. You ass. But E3 generally is something that's only open to the gaming industry. However, this year they're actually doing something for the public called E3 Live, which is like a 3-day expo in downtown LA from the 14th to the 16th of June at LA Live, and regular people can just play some of the upcoming stuff.
Cool.
And it is cool, and I want to go to LA.
I'm over it. E3's overrated.
You know what they should do, and they could do, and it would be way cheaper. Just release all their E3 demos as demos on the internet.
Yeah, you think that would be
great?
Remember
But you
demos?
think?
Demos
Oh,
were
God.
great.
used to get like those
Demos?
magazines to get like a demo disc. Yeah.
Oh man.
Digital games used to have downloads, demos, on Xbox Live Arcade. Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, that used to be a thing.
Before Xbox Live Arcade became the Steam terrible game
Reject
dumping
sector.
ground.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. Well, what happens is if you allow people to demo the game before they buy it, they'll realize it's crap and not buy it.
I realized
Oh my-
why they didn't do it based on how few games I purchased.
Yeah.
We can't have quality
The point
troll.
is I would like some demos, please.
Yeah.
I'll get you some old like demo
Yeah,
discs.
and not just multiplayer betas.
Yeah,
Demos.
like actual single player
demos. Yeah.
PlayStation Jam Pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, this is actually I'm combining two news stories into one. Apparently, turning games into TV shows is a new trend because they're making TV shows of Mirror's Edge and Mega Man.
Like,
Mega Man's already had like 3 TV shows.
Yeah.
Well, except
It's
a
not
new,
new.
like a new
like
TV
a
show
live
for Mega
action
Man.
show on Fox or something.
Oh.
That'd be cool. Like a
Is it
super
like an
gritty.
Oh, sorry, it's an animated series.
Oh
but-
yeah, there's
yeah,
been like
yeah,
3
yeah,
plus a litany
sorry,
of.
I completely forgot about the Battle
Yeah.
Network.
He's just
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
He's trying to tie two stories together. Leave him
Exactly.
alone. Let him do his job.
Hey,
This is news
hey,
from like
sake of brevity.
20 years ago, man.
Hey, quiet. But they have a new animated Mega Man, and it's coinciding with the 30th anniversary. They have a new picture of how it looks. It looks terrible.
You know what would be mind blowing is if they made a Mario TV show.
Yeah. If
They
made-
did. The Captain Lou Albano. It was terrible.
Yeah, a great theme song though.
To coincide with the 30th anniversary of Mega Man, with all the celebrations they're going to be doing, like not releasing a Mega Man game.
The only way I would ever watch a Mega Man animated series if it were all animated in 8-bit graphics.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Then
But,
I'd be totally on board. That
Mirror's
would
Edge
Some
literally
Code
never
Monkeys
happen.
business.
Never happened.
Or if they brought back like Battle Network.
Yeah. I'd watch
Hella
Mega Man
cool.
TV show if it was just the opening of Mega Man 2, and then for 20 minutes he just stood there with the I'd watch every week. Be like, can't wait to see
What's at the top of this building? It might be something cool.
Oh man, the crazy cliffhanger. Is he gonna get the helmet? Is he not gonna get the helmet? I watched every week.
What's
But,
in Mirror's
the
Edge?
Mirror's Edge is actually a live action TV show.
Yeah, it should
Do
be.
they have a
produced-
cast? Do they
Whole
have a
thing's in
cast?
first
They do
person.
not have a cast yet.
Oh.
But it's being produced by Endemol Shines North America, which is they've made stuff like MasterChef and Big Brother, and all they like. There's no details yet, but it's going to be a female-centered action series.
Oh man, what if they made a TV show that was like Master Chef, the Master Chief edition?
Gordon Ramsay in a Spartan suit.
Speaking of Big Brother, did you see that controversy recently?
No, what
Wait, what about
controversy?
it?
Apparently, there's a bunch of contestants that are coming out suing them, saying that they made them do illegal drugs and things to lose weight.
Oh my
So
God.
I hope that carries over into the Mirror's Edge TV show.
They could do a bunch of illegal drugs.
Faith,
That's
you
the only way
gotta
you're
do
gonna
this
jump
cocaine.
across a building.
That's
It's
awesome.
just Olivia Munn as what's her name from Mirror's Edge, just doing drugs. And
Faith, you gotta do this LSD. You gotta do it right now.
Yeah, man. That's how you see the red like beams to run across. No, there's nothing there. Ah!
Any other news?
This is my last one. It's only a rumor, at least right now, but No Man's Sky is being delayed. According to
Surprise.
sources close to Kotaku, because they're the ones who are reporting this, that GameStop employees are apparently being instructed to cover the June 21st release date and just put coming soon instead.
Huh.
And so that if it does come out, it's going to be delayed to at least July or August at the earliest.
I mean, what did you expect? This game is like has aspirations the size of the sun. Like,
Peter Molyneux level aspirations.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like it's gonna crush like underneath the weight that it's built upon
That wouldn't
itself.
surprise me at all. Like when they first conceptualized that game, I was like, "There's
Well,
no
'cause I
way
don't-
this game will ever work."
Shaq and I talked about this earlier today, like before we were recording. Like, I don't what do you do? Like, what's the point of the game? There isn't.
Explore the galaxy.
there is a point, and I said this because I wrote a news article about it, and then all the commenters were like, there is a point, and the point is you just explore and you try to get to the center of the universe.
Oh, that's,
But supposedly it's so big that you'll never do it. So there is no point.
so it's just a
Jokes on
dumb,
you.
randomly generated level game, then like
But I mean, see,
I'm not saying it's dumb. It looks really cool, and it looks like it could be something. But everything I see about it just looks really boring.
well,
The
I think
marketing's terrible.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. I don't want to see people fall into that because it's like when did we lose the thirst for adventure? Like when did we decide that every game needed to be like a movie and have like a story and characters and all
I
that?
never lost
Like
that.
Because there's
you're a
only
gem.
so long you can walk down a sidewalk before it gets really boring.
Yeah, but if a dinosaur jumps out at you on the sidewalk, then
Well, that's
you know
the thing.
something
It doesn't
interesting
even look
happened.
that interesting when the dinosaurs come and like start a big old.
You don't know that. We haven't seen
Mosh
that many
pit
dinosaurs. We don't know how many
The
dinosaurs.
actual on like foot combat.
Yeah, I guess it looks like it's gonna be. The fact that we haven't seen any of that too is very concerning. I don't know. There's something about this game that like I really want to be proven wrong because I really want to like it, but there's something about this game that's just making me a little nervous.
Do you not
I
like
agree.
Minecraft?
It's
either?
going to be a
like
huge
Minecraft.
review for whoever gets it. Like,
Yeah.
Dibs.
Oh, totally. And
You
that's
heard it here.
I think people
First.
are already
and the other
thinking
thing
this.
too is like I work in retail, and I never know about like changes in those kind of things before they happen. So I really question whether or not GameStop employees are actually being told to do that.
I've talked to a few, and they certainly get stuff early. Like the Batman thing they got that early.
Yeah. I don't know.
The thing is, you work at a different location.
That's true, and it's in Canada, so maybe that's a big thing too. But I'm just saying from my personal experience, I've never had that happen. Like before the news broke, like you can't say anything, but we have to do this.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
weird.
And I work in the electronics department of a place too, so
Yeah, but
I'm just saying. That's all. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Is that all that for news though?
yeah, that's it for news.
Well, I hope that No Man's Sky comes out as a very
I'm
quality
excited.
title. But before we jump into anything else, we're gonna just take a little bit of a break and thank our
commercial break.
sponsors. We'll be back after these messages. Shaq, do you have a need for comics and graphic novels?
I do have a fixin'.
Well, what you need to do is go to comicbento.com and use the promo code CGMAG in all caps, and you can get $5 off a Comic Bento subscription. It goes right to your door.
Yes, $5. Dude, $5.
$5.
Hey, guys,
Can I get in on this action?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
you can.
You know
Whoa!
what you have to do? Go
What
to
do I gotta do?
comicbento.com and use the promo code CGMAG in all caps and get $5 off your Comic Bento subscription.
$5 whole dollars.
$5 whole dollars.
Whoa!
Comic Bento.
Get it now. Wasn't that a great ad?
What an ad. I think we are doing better every week with this ad.
I think it's the best.
Yeah.
5 out of 7.
Would recommend. Well,
Yeah.
just a 5, Jed? Come on. That's an SJW move if I've ever heard one.
Yep, that's me.
This
Alleged writer.
yeah, this
Yeah.
quote
This
unquote
alleged
writer.
podcaster and his bad opinions about our commercial.
My favorite comment I got is, I hope you guys didn't pay for this review. That was a comment I got before.
My favorite one was I would like to see the uncut review because apparently we cut down our reviews before they go up. That one was good.
Censor, like
Yeah,
hardcore.
apparently we censored your voice, Jed. So I apologize.
I mean,
for
I'm
that.
not allowed to swear in my review, so technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different thing. But apparently, they're like, yeah, this one person was thinking that we legitimately were like, no, we're gonna take this whole section of this review out because it doesn't fit our agenda.
Nah, that would never happen. I would throw a fit.
Oh, there's also something about like you embezzling Randy Pitchford money. I like that one too.
That was probably.
I don't think I've seen that one. I must have not checked. But,
You should go see that one. That was. I think it was because you started off saying you like Battleborn, so you're like, yeah, he's getting paid by Randy Pitchford.
I love Randy Pitchford because he does magic, and I love magic. Every year he's at PAX East, and every year I want to take a copy of Alien Colonial Marines and ask him to sign it, but I never do. He says it's a good game, so he shouldn't be offended.
That means it's good. It was the spiritual follow up to the original Aliens.
Yeah.
and,
well,
and no one
a
will
couple
ever-
months ago, I was doing some page layout for a story, and it was the story was I think I wrote it too. It was about there was some convention that Randy Pitchford was going to be at. He was with I think it was Penn from Penn and Teller.
Yes. Penn Jillette?
Yeah. Which one's the one that talks?
That's Penn.
That's Penn Jillette.
Yeah, okay, so it was Penn and Randy Pitchford, and they were going to talk about magic and lying in marketing. So I immediately, the cover of that photo, or of that story was Aliens Colonial Marines.
Period.
Yeah. But
All right, Phil.
I guess we're gonna segue into
let's do it.
film news.
Let's
Give us the
do it.
beef.
All right. Well, first up, really exciting. Transformers: The Last Night has started filming in Cuba.
Nice.
Oh,
It's coming.
that's
Oh,
No
I
matter
can't
what.
wait.
Thank God those U.S. trade relations opened up so that
Yeah.
this could happen. This
Yeah.
is really what it was all about.
Marky Mark back or
Honestly,
no?
I'm more excited because
I don't think so. Actually,
I'm more excited because I remember I watched an Instagram video of Vin Diesel. He was like, "Yeah, we're the first movie of Fast and Furious 8." They're like, "Yeah, we're the first blockbuster to be filmed in Cuba."
Yeah.
Post relations, and it's gonna be the greatest movie ever.
His statements about the Fast and Furious movies make me laugh.
They're
every single time.
amazing.
They're the best. They're like, it's gonna make. I think
Make
like,
$1 billion.
The next one, I think he like when they announced Fast and Furious 8, he was like he like pointed up to the sky and was like, "This one's gonna be for you, Paul."
That's the thing. Like, Vin Diesel, like I think he actually believes the things he
Oh, yeah,
says though,
he's
because
in that case,
yeah,
for sure.
I mean he
He's
keeps like
passionate.
he
Yeah.
keeps like trying to pitch like perfect or not perfect dark, the Riddick movies and stuff and TV shows, and
Yeah.
it's just for him.
About his
I love
D&D
his
character.
passion.
Yeah, no, I think we need more of those in
I do,
Hollywood.
too. I just worried that it might be insanity as well. Speaking of which, they're going to re-release the original Fast and Furious on June
Yes.
15th to celebrate the 15-year anniversary.
Wow, it's been 15
I will
years.
be there
Franchise.
day one.
Oh man.
Okay, here's the thing. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was actually more of a gearhead than I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a nerd.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so as I started getting more into film, Fast and Furious, like the first one had just come out, so it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the perfect intersection.
Yeah.
And then it just crossed over.
yeah. I remember going to see that with my friends when it came out, and afterwards just hearing everyone in their crappy little suburban cars rev their engines in the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
We're going to Denny's at top speed. So ridiculous.
The question is, which is the best Fast and Furious movie?
5. It's not
Five.
even a
It's
question.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking
I think you
Tokyo
mean
Drift?
Tokyo Drift, where a hillbilly fits in Japan. I remember that trailer. He's like, I finally found some place I fit in, and it's Tokyo.
Him and Bow Wow just cruise up the street.
Oh man.
yeah.
Dude, that just it just speaks about the diversity in Tokyo. Anyone can get along there.
The funny thing is in Furious 7, when they actually loop it back and loop the continuity.
I know, yeah.
Dude, they spent 3 movies
as
just
if there was any
wrapping the
plan.
continuity.
Yeah, I know.
But they have that. They replay the ending scene of Tokyo Drift,
Yeah.
and then they cut back to like new footage that they filmed with Lucas Black.
Yeah,
and he aged so fast.
Oh yeah, really quick.
To show him, he's just like stared into like
I love
the
that
abyss.
series. I don't think I think the first one might be my least favorite. So I don't know. If I'm
Really?
It really
Wasn't
is the
bad.
weakest. It
Yeah.
is.
Well, I like them. I like the last 3 the most. The more insane it got, the more.
Yeah.
'cause it
Oh
was like,
yeah.
screw it.
Yeah, well, because
Now it's
the
fun.
first one was grounded in some sort of
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, but they like didn't have the money to like drop.
Yeah.
guns out of planes
Not
and
even
stuff.
in all of them, they were skirting the edge of the ridiculous.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah,
always
no,
silly,
no, no,
But, like,
but-
now they have the money to like.
Yeah, that was
Because
like
they stopped being
action
exclusively about
movie.
street
buildings
racing.
and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. Now they're like Ocean's 11 with cars.
Like, remember in the second one, there was police had EMP harpoons.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
apparently a thing.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
in
yeah.
all
They have now.
police, just like weaponry.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. They all have their charms, but like I think when The Rock joined the franchise, it went up to another level, and that's when
Well, it's like
I
that one.
got on board.
It's like that one skit he had during an award show. He was called Franchise Viagra.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
anytime you need a dying franchise, just put him in $100 million.
It's true.
He
There's
totally saved the mummy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, that was different.
That was a different time.
He was still a
That's-
wrestler then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no time any movie came out and I found out The Rock was in it, I'd be like disappointed or want to see it last. Even if
Yeah.
it was like a Holocaust drama, they'd be like, The Rock's in it. I'd be like, sweet.
Done.
Okay.
Does that
all I
actually
need.
happen? Does that actually happen? Like people go just to see him?
Yes.
Like, really?
That is absolutely a thing.
Why? But why isn't The Rock playing Shazam? Is my question. Why is he Black Adam?
I don't know.
I feel
I
like
guess
he
he
should
just
have.
wants to
I
be-
feel like he should have
he
been
just wants to
Shazam.
It's probably
I feel
because
like he
doesn't
should
wanna
be
get locked into
Kazam,
that,
actually.
like-
Yeah, he
He
doesn't-
should-
yeah, he probably-
if you're gonna play like a hero, that means you're gonna be playing that hero for a few years, and I don't think
Yeah,
he
good
wants to be
point.
locked into that. He's
I
already
like that.
he already has the Fast and Furious franchise that he's part of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
plus, like, movies that wouldn't make much money if he wasn't in it, like, they absolutely... Remember, was it Snitch, I think?
Snitch?
It was
Snatch?
like there's a whole. I think it was called Snitch. It was like a big set piece where he's driving a truck and he's being chased by like criminals or something.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's called Snitch, but I know the one you mean.
Yeah,
What was
and-
that called? Maybe it was Snitch.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that movie, if it wasn't for The Rock, it wouldn't be as successful as it was because he made money.
Oh yeah, well, he's great. Well, he has a sense of humor about himself. That's what has a lot.
I want to, but I want to go back for 2 seconds to what Jed said. I really feel like we should relaunch Kazam with The Rock.
No.
Why?
Yeah.
Because Kazam was a terrible.
Yeah, and what better
Shaquille
person to make
O'Neal.
it better than The Rock?
It's raining meatballs on the rock.
Wait, did you guys see that commercial? I don't think it was a commercial, but it was a video where he put himself inside CS:GO.
No.
Dude, it's really just like stills of CS:GO, and he just like green screened himself in it.
What?
Why?
I need
Where
to
he's, like,
find
have
this.
a fish gun, and it's just like a fish that he's shooting like a gun.
The Rock
need
is
to
such a
find this, like,
weird
right now.
person.
Oh no, this wasn't The Rock. This was Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, that's he's even weirder.
Yeah, he's a strange.
Oh yeah, because there's CS:GO is now on TBS or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a promotion for that.
Right. All right.
Still
Next
weird.
up, someone was talking to one of the heads at Lionsgate about their plans for the Power Rangers movies. And how many movies do you think they have planned in this franchise?
5.
17,000.
Oh, close. 7.
I was the closest.
And
I
that's
said
just
5.
the sequels, actually. I
Close
should
without going
clarify.
under.
7 sequels they have planned for this thing. They're hoping to do. Yeah.
Oh,
So
What?
I'm gonna beg everyone not to see it, please. Just because that's
No.
ridiculous.
Nope. We need more Power Rangers. So
No.
I'm going to. Yes, we do.
I've
No.
explained this to you.
No.
There are certain things that are worth being nostalgic about as an adult because they actually improve with age.
Yeah.
And then there's Power Rangers.
Yeah, but now we can have the will they won't they between Rita and Zed that we've all wanted to see since
Yes.
we were children.
And Vulcan Skull. will
I feel
finally
like you're
get
just
to-
a hater, and this movie
No, I'm not
will
a
be
hater.
in memory of the Yellow Ranger. Rest her soul.
Can in one of the sequels, can we have that one scene where they were fighting like that pizza guy and they got put in like a giant microwave?
I want a JDF
they
cameo
just
though.
explode.
Yeah.
Didn't the Red Power Ranger murder someone recently?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he
That's sweet.
Whoa,
Well,
Jesus.
speaking of which,
man, like they've all gone
did.
like.
The original Red Power.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say like I think
Turbo
didn't the
6 or
Pink Ranger? No, the Blue Ranger does gay porn now.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
does
Yellow
he?
Ranger died. The Pink Ranger did something shady too. I can't remember what it was.
Screech is back in
Felicity.
jail
I think.
too.
Yeah.
He's back in jail. Screech. I
well-
read about it this morning.
Good for him.
I don't know what he
But
did, but he's back
I,
in
for
jail.
one, am excited for 7 Power Ranger movies.
Well, you should.
I can only get into it if Rita Repulsa has the most ridiculous voice, just like in the
Have you
original.
seen the pictures of her so far?
I've seen the pictures, and
She
they
looks like
have-
Poison
they-
Ivy
I'm not that excited.
or like Reptile
Yeah.
from Mortal
She needs to come
Kombat.
out like, I have returned.
After 10,000 years, I'm finally free. That's what I want to hear.
The thing is with the pictures, it's making Power Rangers look like it's what I thought it's going to be. It's going to be like an overly gritty type thing.
Yeah, it's
which
going to be a
doesn't need
serious
to be.
awesome.
Power Ranger, which is ridiculous.
It feeds into the addiction of like everyone who does like those YouTube videos, like a gritty version of this beloved franchise,
Yeah.
and they're more.
Some of those
more
were actually
annoying.
pretty good with
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, they don't all. Yeah, not everything needs to be grounded and gritty. Like,
It's
for
true.
example, Power Rangers.
Whatever.
There's
Why
a
can't I
different
just
effort to
like
Jack
this
Bucky.
thing?
No,
you guys ever
you
see-
can't because you're better than that. That's why we're doing this for you.
Did you guys ever see those like the like 3 or like 4 little like spin-off like really gritty intense like Mario trailers? Like the
Yes.
one with Luigi where he's like in like the drug like underground
yeah.
basement like making like drugs out of fire flowers, and it's all like Mario's trying to call him but he's not answering, and it was they're really good, Phil. Don't roll your eyes.
Not
at me
even
like that.
once.
They're really good. Like
right.
Princess Peach is like in the castle, like basically being like tortured. Like they feed her hand to one of like the piranha fish, and she like has like a bloody stump at the end of it. It's really messed up, but it's really cool.
Maybe they should feed her hand to that Yoshi from the movie. Remember that Yoshi?
The actual dinosaur.
Yeah, that just like bit people.
Yeah, well, it's not incorrect. That's what he would do. He's a dinosaur. Have
He has
you
a-
played a Mario game?
He,
Yoshi's like
he just tongues them and then
yeah, but he swallows them whole and digests them in an instant. That's
He
horrifying.
poops them out as coins. Like, it
As
doesn't seem like
eggs.
that complex a process.
I mean, it's not as
Like,
horrifying
throws
as Kirby, who just absorbs their power.
Yeah. Kirby is the Jason Voorhees of that universe. He just goes on massive killing sprees. None of those enemies look interested in fighting. Kirby just eats them.
Yeah, and Mario's the Michael Vick because he just kills reptiles without reason.
Yeah, all of our video game heroes are jerks.
They really are. Yeah, I was thinking that playing Uncharted, how like.
Oh, he's a murderer.
Well, that's the thing.
He's
like,
a psychopath.
He's such a happy-go-lucky, nice guy, and
He's
like, hanging
murdering,
out.
like,
I've seen
billions
I've
of
seen him
people.
murder hundreds.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay.
And he
This
quips
is
about it
okay.
afterwards.
All right.
Fine.
This is something that I want to bring up. minor spoiler alert. Maybe jump like 20 seconds if you don't want to hear anything about Uncharted 4. Yeah.
Wait,
there's a point.
Yeah, earmuffs.
There's a point where like Nathan and his brother have a confrontation with with Rafe, and they could kill him, and Nathan's like, no, we're better than that, and it's like. You just plowed through like at least 400 people in the last sequence. Like you cannot. Why is it all of a sudden now we're like, no, we're better than this? Because he has dialogue. Is that what it is? Oh, if
Basically.
he speaks, he's real.
So silly.
Sorry, back to gaming news.
Yeah.
No worries.
Sorry,
All right,
film news.
Next up, Blumhouse, horror production I'm quite fond of. They do low budget horror things and also The Purge, things
Horror.
like that.
Okay, I
They're-
thought you said something else.
Oh no.
movies.
They have picked up the rights for Halloween. They're gonna do
Hey.
new Halloween, and
Cool.
John Carpenter is gonna produce it. which
I
is
heard
cool.
about that.
And
Good.
at the moment, no one knows who's going to direct it yet, but thus far the rumors are it's either going to be Mike Flanagan, who did Oculus, and
Okay.
he has a movie called Hush on Netflix right now that's quite good, or Adam Wingard, who did The Guest and
You're next.
You're Next.
No,
Oh, your next was scary.
no returning Rob Zombie.
No,
Hell
that
no.
movie's done.
Never again.
I liked him.
His Halloween
Yeah.
movies, yeah. They're
Hated
just
it.
very different. They're very, very different.
Yeah.
But
I heard
have
that
you seen-
the second one
compared-
he was forced to make. Is that true?
Yes and no. I mean, that second one's actually better. So.
Really? I really like the
Yeah.
first one.
It's so much worse.
I kind of like both. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I like both of them, but like with the caveat that like you have to compare them to like Halloween 5 and the one where Buster Rhymes punched Michael
The
Myers.
greatest
Yeah.
Halloween.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but,
H2O.
No, that was H2O. H2O was actually pretty good. But
no, Resurrection is the one with
Re-
Busta. And
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
horrible.
that was it. Sorry.
it's awful.
It's horrible. So
But
like
it-
that's the thing is like they're not as good as the original, but like there are 7 movies that are worse.
Wasn't
So, like,
Ice-T and
they're
Lep in the
worse.
Hood?
Yeah.
But there's the one that
And,
doesn't.
1 and 2. I believe he made it back for Lep. There was a second specifically Leprechaun in the Hood.
Back to the Hood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Back
there,
to the Hood.
there's also
Yeah.
the one that doesn't even have Michael Myers in it. So I mean,
Oh, that one's great.
That was
Halloween
actually
3
good.
Season of the Witch.
Yeah?
Oh, I love it so much. I went
Huh.
to see it in the theater on Halloween last year.
really,
Yeah, it was great.
it doesn't even have.
his like sister is the one who's crazy.
No, there's no one connected.
No,
The-
it's
the-
just
Oh,
at the-
really?
spooky.
Yeah, 'cause at the
I
time,
remember.
like,
Well,
was never a Halloween fan.
the series was originally supposed to not be Michael Myers
Yeah, they wanted to be an anthology
It was
series.
going to be like a different Halloween spooky story.
yeah. And 3's really good. I mean, it's really campy. Like you gotta laugh at it, but God, it's so much fun. And Carpenter did the music for it, so it's got an amazing score. But yeah, everyone was like Cody, and they were like, "Man, no Michael Myers, make Power Rangers."
No, I'm just saying. That's what I want. I want a John Carpenter Power
John Carpenter's Power
Rangers.
Rangers. Dude, I'd be down with the synth score for that though.
It would be great. It would
Yeah.
be great. All right. Next up, looks like Michael Keaton is back.
Yeah.
He talks to play the villain in Spider-Man, and
Yep.
the director of it put out a tweet that made it look like he's pretty
Did-
well locked in. So.
Oh, cool.
Did you hear what the
Yeah,
rumors
so-
were? There's a rumor that there's going to be 2 villains.
Yeah.
It's Vulture and Tinkerer.
Tinkerer, yeah.
Wait,
Which
who's
I'm-
directing
Tinkerer.
Spider-Man?
It's John Watts. He's only done, I think his first. I'm not sure if it was his first or second movie. It was a movie called Cop Car with Kevin Bacon. last
Oh,
year that was really
him.
good. Yeah, it's
Okay,
him. Yeah,
yeah.
he's doing it.
Who
so-
the hell was the Tinkerer?
The Tinkerer actually is the second villain to ever appear in a Spider-Man comic.
They were both actually appeared together, which is why I think it's a rumor. Not that-
Who the hell
I'm
is
sure
the
there'll be more than one
Tinkerer?
villain,
He like
but-
builds stuff. I would actually
Oh,
think
no shit.
I would actually think it's really cool that like if you have him as like an overarching like just reoccurring like he just
yeah.
builds shit all the time.
But I just feel like there's no doubt in my mind there's going to be more than one villain in it. I just like the Spider-Man's rogues gallery is too good and too deep to
Yeah.
jump to the Tinkerer now. You know what I mean?
He's
there's-
cool.
There are way other better other ones.
Well, I mean, I would like to see Scorpion and Shocker
Especially
in
with
there,
the
but
CGI, like where we've come so far with it, they probably could have done a like half decent Green Goblin too.
No, we.
I don't want to see another Green Goblin for a
If you
while.
want to do a Goblin, do Hobgoblin. Green Goblin
Yeah.
story is played.
Or like I would love to see Mephisto,
No.
like the resident Satan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
We're gonna get one more day, and I don't want one more day.
or Craven the Hunter.
Yeah,
Craven the
Craven
Hunter would be
cool.
great.
Raven Last Hunt would be a great movie.
They gotta just do
And,
Mysterio, like
Mysterio would be good, and I had another one. I would actually like if they're gonna go with like the supernatural tone at any point, like Morbius would be really cool.
Morbius. Wasn't it Morpheus?
Morbius.
Morpheus
Okay, I
is
can't remember.
Matrix.
The Matrix. Yeah.
That's why I like stuttered because I almost said
Well, no,
Morpheus.
because I know, but I thought for a second it was actually Morpheus. too.
No. But like Vulture and the Tinkerer, that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, I think Chameleon deserves it a little more, but whatever.
I guess if they're gonna do the Tinkerer, they'll have him making those like anti-Spider-Man robots, right?
That'd be so cool. Yeah.
So there's like,
Which
I
might
just-
give like Tony Stark a reason to get involved too, right?
Yeah, totally. Well, I don't buy that rumor. I
No?
mean, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it'll be the Vulture and someone else that's like recognizable. Because
Yeah,
they're
I mean-
wasting me.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like you said, Spider-Man does have a really diverse cast, so why not highlight someone that's a little bit smaller as like a bit part instead of wasting like a bunch of really good villains? Like, I when I heard there's gonna be 2, I was like, why? But if you're gonna use 2, why not use like someone who's not a big name, like how they just like ruined Rhino in the Amazing
I know,
Spider-Man?
But I mean, but the other thing is like, the Spider-Man villains are very good. They also like the time it would take to establish who any of them are would be as simple as them saying their name or showing their costume.
Yeah.
So like, I think there's room. There's ample room.
Yeah, but I mean, I always feel like I'm of the notion that like one villain in a movie is good enough. That's why like I don't, and especially like with Spider-Man, like they've tried it, and every time they do it, it's always because they always go for like the big star power ones, right?
Yeah.
Like Sandman and Venom,
Yeah, but,
and like
But the movies then that have multiple villains are so deeply flawed beyond the villains.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't attribute it purely to them.
but it plays a part. There's too many pieces going on. One of the pieces moving is the fact that you have 2 villains at the 2 different stories and not really connected.
Well, then connect them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they're doing with
problem
Tinkerer.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh well. Anyway, I would love to see Michael Keaton in that. That'd be great.
Yes, yes.
Next up, Jeff Johns, who's a big DC guy,
Yep.
taking over the movies. He's confirmed that he's actually writing the Batman movie with Affleck.
Oh, okay.
Which actually, that's
Yes.
great. Yeah, he writes a good Batman. So I think that's a really great sign for that. Otherwise, really.
Yeah, if it was like Zack Snyder, I'm
Yeah.
writing it. It's like no. If it was like David S. Goyer and he's not with Nolan, it's like no.
I also heard they recently, like, one of the producers had to get removed from the Justice League set because it was getting too contentious.
Yikes.
So that movie's going to turn out great.
Oh, I'm so excited! Can't wait.
Warner Brothers,
money to that
like,
one.
I know.
I really, really want to like what you're doing. Just stop. Make it better.
Well, that's not going to happen. All right, next up. Jeff Goldblum joined the cast of the new Thor movie.
Perfect.
Playing the
Yes.
Grandmaster, one of the elders of the universe.
Yes.
Which,
Good.
like, sounds great. As far as I'm concerned, that movie could be an hour of just him talking
Yeah.
about the universe.
Yeah.
And like 15 minutes of the Hulk and Thor fighting. And
I hope it's him as the Fly.
This is like kind of these past few years are going to be like the next like the resurgence of Jeff Goldblum. It's going to be in
Yeah,
Independence Day
Independence
2
Day.
and
Yeah, I hate
yeah.
to break it to you, but Independence Day 2 is not going to be well liked.
why do you got to do this with everything I like?
There's no need for Independence Day 2. That's ridiculous. I love Independence Day.
Yeah, I
You're
do
not gonna
too.
find
Yeah.
anyone that- I mean, like, the only reason I'm glad Independence Day 2 is coming out is it gives me an excuse to watch Independence Day 1, or it might play in a theater somewhere.
Ooh,
But Independence Day
yeah.
2, are you kidding me? Did you see the beard that Bill Pullman has?
That's just
Like, that looks
he looks like he's had a bit of a rough life.
ridiculous. The whole thing. The whole thing. And it's like, we should have prepared better. And why is, like, Jeff Goldblum, who was just like a mathematician, is now like in charge of the alien technology on the planet Earth?
Because he found out the virus. He made the virus.
He did
Yeah.
the one thing
So stupid. The whole
by
thing is so
accident too.
No,
Like,
it wasn't
of
an
all things.
accident.
Kind of was.
That movie is going to be.
I think they just put out a trailer where they showed like the
garbage.
whole thing already.
Yeah, it's like 5 whole minutes of
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like
but I mean, like, I didn't
footage.
even need to see that to know it. The aliens come back, humans win. Big friggin' deal.
Yeah,
they're releasing it
actually,
on-
and then at the end, there's a bit where it's like, well, maybe they didn't. And then, yeah.
sequelized.
It'll end with like Will Smith coming back. He's like, "Hey guys, I wasn't actually dead.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the
Oh,
the
hell
post-credit. Yeah.
Welcome to Earth again."
Welcome back.
He's got the cigar in his mouth.
If they force it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh man.
You
I
know
was
they
I
will.
was
Bring
upset
in
that they didn't
Jaden.
have.
He's a rising star.
Shut your mouth. I was.
Wait a minute.
You not seen him in After Earth?
No, he said they should bring back
Oh,
Jaden
yeah,
Smith,
yeah,
or they
I
should
see.
bring Jaden
I
Smith.
thought you were like getting upset because someone made fun of Jaden.
No, no,
That-
God, no.
Jaden Smith task force.
I have a
protecting
personal
him at all
vendetta.
costs.
I've only like recently forgiven Will Smith for putting his son in The Karate Kid,
Yeah.
but I still
Even a
haven't.
bad movie.
It's not really
No,
that
it
bad of a
was.
movie.
It was terrible.
It wasn't.
It's
No,
really not.
it was. Don't try to pretend like it wasn't. It was.
It wasn't.
It's not
And-
it's not great, but
No, it was bad.
Like as far as like unnecessary reboots went, it wasn't the most offensive thing I've ever watched.
Exactly.
Pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Stop defending it because that has Jaden Smith.
No, I'm not defending it because that's Jaden Smith. Like it's a fair.
Defending it because it has Will Smith's name attached to it.
No.
What about their cool sci-fi movie they did?
Oh, After Earth
Earth?
is garbage.
That's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like that's a movie where like it's so simple and the plot is just like pure action and
Yeah.
somehow it's the most boring thing ever. I
Notice
don't know how. Like it makes no sense. Like there's not even like characters or dialogue to get in the way. It's just one big chase and one big survival tale, and yet it somehow feels like nothing's happening.
Notice how
Wait, did you
Will
just
Smith is one of
describe The
coolest-
Revenant?
Yeah, he was it.
Actually, I started watching Revenant the other day, and yeah, no, it's long.
Cypher
and it's kinda
Rage.
boring.
Yeah, like he has an action movie name.
Oh, yeah, no, Will Smith in After Earth has one of the coolest names ever. Cypher Rage.
Yeah.
And he is the most dry, monotonous, boring piece
Oh,
of
God.
trash.
And when did they stop?
movie.
Were all the other tough guy names like Max Steel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that movie only exists so because like the plot of it is that Will Smith's injured, so he sends Jaden Smith out into the world, but he has him wearing a helmet so that Will Smith can see and feel.
It
everything
is
that's
a
going
literal
through,
piece.
and it just felt like a fantasy. Yeah,
It's a
like,
literal
that's what was created.
piece where this huge movie star is now passing the mantle onto his son. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what other game or movie news do we
That's
have?
it.
That's
That's
it.
all right,
Yeah,
what have we been
forever.
playing, guys?
I have been playing.
With yourself.
Sorry, yeah. No, I just started playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan.
Yeah, we talked about that briefly.
Yeah, it's a game.
Alright.
It's all right. Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not good.
It's terrible.
It's not that terrible.
It's
functional.
almost as bad as Shadow of the Beast, almost. And that game was also terrible if you haven't played it.
I
I'm
don't
going
think
to
it's,
say it's almost as bad as Overwatch.
No, I
It's-
mean I wouldn't insult Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that way.
it's not. It's not. It's a. I don't hate it as much as you do. I think it's a functional game, and it's. It is. It's not the great. Stop! I'm getting so sick of you, Jordan. Just.
Cody,
he's-
just finish.
I played it for all
said
what
anything.
20
Just
minutes.
go.
and
He's
I
no.
knew it wasn't-
Jordan's
it wasn't getting
sitting
any
there,
better.
just like doing the like.
Looking at you.
No, and shaking his head with like a dismissive look in his eye.
It's 3 hours long of mashing square.
Oh
and
yeah, no, that's
it.
the thing. That's totally a problem with. I'm not saying it's great. It's a platinum game and it plays like a platinum game, and it's not Devastation and it's not Bayonetta, but it does have that look and feel of a platinum game, and I still like that.
I was gonna say you're right. It's not Devastation and it's not Bayonetta because those were good games.
Yeah.
It's like if Platinum
don't
Games
start
put their
siding
D-list
with
team
Jordan
on a game.
and Shaq.
This
You
would be
haven't
it.
played it. Getting
Sorry,
sick
Jed,
of this.
You were saying.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jed?
Oh, I just said it. It's like if Platinum Games put their D-list team, like their D-list devs, like the people that they're about to fire on a game, this would be it. This is like the team that's like right below the Star Fox
They
Zero
called up
team.
the guys who made Sonic Boom and they're like, "How do you make a game?"
Well, what I it's not Sonic Boom bad. What I described, I think we might have said this earlier, is it was kind of like it reminded me a lot of Anarchy Reigns, just with a Ninja Turtle skin. But with that being said, I really like the aesthetic. It's
yeah,
a
it looks
really
pretty
it's a
nice.
pretty game. And,
I like the aesthetic, all right, but that's the only thing. The music is easily the worst music I've heard in a game in
yeah.
years.
Why was
Really?
the Ninja Turtles theme anywhere in that game?
because the Ninja Turtles don't have a definitive theme.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
No, it
goes,
does to you
Teenage
because you-
Mutant
Yeah,
Ninja
yeah.
Turtles.
You guys, you guys,
I know.
you guys who grew up in the '80s, yeah, that's for you. I was
I
a
grew up
kid
in
in
the
the.
90s too,
I was a
let's
kid. I was a
be
kid
fair.
in the. I was a kid in the two.
Last time I checked, when I watched the Ninja Turtles, it was 1990. So.
Okay, so fine. All right, so fine. Yeah, the first gen. If you grew up with the first gen, but
You
there's
grew up
been.
with- I don't know why Cody's
Okay,
so
guys, you're gonna
hyper
keep-
attached to that '90s theme song.
Well, you
It's
know what?
actually not that good.
Yeah, well, when you know what, when I grew up, there was a TV
I'm not
show called
attached to
James
it.
Bond Jr., and yet somehow I still accept the existence of James Bond.
I'm just saying. Okay, no, what I'm saying is, yeah, you grew up with that theme. I grew up with a different theme that sounded completely different.
I
That's,
did.
that's
You know what else?
unfortunate.
It was
that
like
you didn't
Teenage
get to
Mutant
have
Ninja
the good
Turtles.
theme.
Turtles counted off.
There were Germans who were born before 1940, and they had a perspective on the world. And then there were Germans that were born during the Nazi regime.
Okay.
And they had a separate perspective. And you know who was right?
So you're comparing me to a Nazi.
I'm pretty sure anyone who likes
that
Ninja
the
Turtles
original
now.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles isn't the definitive theme because they've had several iterations with a different theme. If it was the definitive theme, every iteration would have had the same theme song, wouldn't they?
They've had 2
no.
distinctive iterations. The one for
they've
the
had-
90s one, the one from Turtles Fast Forward, and the one right now, which, is different,
They
but
had-
as I showed you, is 100% homage right
they
down to
had-
its structure.
No, they had that one. Then they had the live action show, and then they
didn't
had
watch that.
the. It doesn't matter. It was still a show, and then they had the mid 2000s one, which then spinned off into the future tense one, which had a different theme too, and then they had this one. So it's not like. Oh, they've only had 2. They've had multiple
That's
TV
cool.
shows, and none of them have used the theme song.
And the live action
I just
TV
wanna
show
have little
had a turtle with
experiment.
boobs.
Cody, you're not allowed to be part of this experiment. I'm gonna do a little theme song. You guys let me know if you know what TV show.
All right, let's hear
Okay.
it. Let's hear it.
Na Batman.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
I think that's
What
Green
theme song does that
Lantern.
remind you of?
Home Improvement.
So the theme
But you
song
can
to
make the
Oz?
argument with Batman that the score that Danny Elfman made was just as
Right,
iconic,
But the Batman theme song is na Batman.
That's true.
and that's unfortunate then, because
No, because
Right,
you know
what
what?
are you
Like,
talking
again,
Garbage.
the theme that Danny Elfman made, which found its way into the 90s Batman, is not the definitive Batman theme song. It's na Batman.
Yeah,
I guess.
that's still an amazing. The Danny Elfman score is still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
But when I think of
the first ones.
I don't know, when I think of Batman, I think of that like
Okay,
and-
wait, no. I want to try something here. When I say the theme song to X-Men, what do you think?
the 90s cartoon.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Not all the crappy spin-offs, the 90s one, the definitive X-Men theme song.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, Turtles, same thing.
Well, I mean, I grew up watching that one.
Yeah, but there was no one that like really predated
So-
that one realistically.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I grew up
But
watching that.
in
That's
terms of,
why.
like, what
I'm just
the
saying,
iconic
like,
one
that
is-
doesn't. There's not a requirement that needs to be in it when it has nothing to do with the game.
Well,
that was the
current
argument
music
I was
is-
making.
The current music is just a guitar riff that lasts like 3 seconds and then it repeats
I haven't
for the
played enough to
entirety of the
notice.
level, and it is literally just like knives in the ear.
I guess. And you know what? I mean, you really, no Mario game needs to have the definitive Mario theme because it has nothing to do with the game.
I don't remember the
Or even
Mario.
Zelda for that matter.
I don't
Like,
remember. I don't remember the Mario theme in 3D World.
Yeah, when you go into the little bonus levels.
I don't remember it either. Actually,
So when you go into the bonus worlds, the little bonus stages where you like run around, it's like boop, 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 boop. There's like a little like techno-y version of it.
Yeah, but that's like it. And if you like break that little, because you're following the music notes, right?
Sometimes, yeah, but that one shifted up. It did like the
Yeah,
Super Mario
it's-
like world from the SNES one too. It did different ones.
And I don't think Super Mario World had that theme either.
Super Mario World like on the SNES.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Super Mario World on the SNES was a totally different animal
Well, why does can that one not have the theme? But
because it had its own unique theme. But like when you
so
talk about
why can't the Ninja Turtles game that has nothing to do with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise? Why can't that have its own spin?
because it doesn't. It just has a shitty guitar riff. That
Well,
goes
I'm
on
not
for
saying
50
I'm not
seconds.
saying
So
that
are
it's
you
good.
as
I'm
tired
just
about
saying
this as I
that.
am?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's boring.
Anyway.
The Ninja Turtles theme song. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, sorry. So you've been playing that. Anything else, Cody?
I've still been playing the Valkyria Chronicles, which is a almost perfect experience in every
Shaq,
way
what about you?
imaginable.
I'm playing Overwatch.
Yeah, how you liking
Yes,
that?
I'm enjoying it a hell of a lot actually. It's like one of the tightest shooters I've played in a while. It's really easy to pick up and play. I dig all the characters; they're all surprisingly well balanced, which is surprising considering there's I'd say mostly they're all pretty well balanced. Which is surprising considering there's 21 freaking characters.
Yeesh. That's too many.
Thing is that it feels like it, but no.
And then you
it
just
doesn't
pick
feel
one
like
and
it.
you never touch any character ever
Oh,
again.
that's the thing. You easily will be able to experiment with all of them. You'll get more than one favorite for sure.
Yeah, because they all
Unless you
have like
Jed.
distinctive personalities.
Unless you're Jed.
No, I have favorites. I've been playing it. I played it even after I reviewed it. I played it, and it's.
No, Jed, you hated the game.
I
You
think
gave
the
it an
more I
8.
play it, I like it even less. I'll say that.
Jed hates sunshine and puppies and
He does. He
Overwatch.
hates happiness.
He hates happiness. But no, seriously. I think that it needs. If there's anything that I consider like not so great, is that, like Jed mentions in the review, like the whole microtransactions thing is that what we were talking about is that you pay microtransactions for loot boxes, which give you random objects. And what would be much better is if, say, they did keep microtransactions in there. It would be better if you could just buy certain things directly, just buying currency directly.
Yeah.
Or if you just earn currency and it wasn't only in loot boxes.
Yeah.
Which is ludicrous that it's only in loot boxes. Like, it makes no sense to even have the currency then.
Mm-hmm. That and also with the maps, is every map is specifically for one specific game type. And I would rather if they had just like found ways to like keep the same environment but just do variations for different game types.
Yeah, like
like Hollywood is only for just capturing attack points.
Yeah.
And I think it was Dorado where you have to escort. And I'd rather like a variation for each of those game types or whatnot.
I think the levels were kind of built around those game types, though, is the point. To keep it kind of tight, though they could still do like the capture points one anywhere, really.
Exactly.
I feel like I want to say it was like Battlefield 2 or 3 that did that. Like it had like specific maps, but like for different
it was Battlefield 3.
different just random games. Like you'd be in France, but you'd be like in a different part of the city, right?
Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted.
Yeah.
But like I can understand them want to be specific on like building a map around a game type. So other than that, I've enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And I will continue to play like as soon as I go home.
Jed,
other than reviewing stuff.
You've been playing it. What's your thoughts?
I like it.
Just read the review, I guess.
Honestly, I like it, but the more I played, the more it's just like I don't feel like it is as balanced as people like to make it out to be. It just feels like every game is very kind of steamrolly, like, which doesn't really make sense because you don't really level or anything in it. But it always seems very one-sided. Rarely is there ever close matches, and I think maybe just the matchmaking isn't that great. And then I also have issues where it seems like people just instantly die, like when you shoot them, or like when they're shooting me, but then when I'm shooting them, it takes a while for them to die. And I'm starting to wonder if there's not a networking problem or an issue like where Battlefield 4 had when it first launched, where you're getting shot, but it's not telling you you're getting shot until like after the fact. But then you die as if you've been getting shot the whole time. And I've seen other people point that out too, and I'm starting to wonder if that's like a real thing or if I'm just imagining it.
Personally, that's something that hasn't really happened to me so far, at least yet.
So
I
guess
feel like you're always gonna kind of get that too with like online games, like it's especially when they first like launch. But I mean, it seems unacceptable because there was a beta, like they had a big like beta test for it. So I don't know.
Are you suggesting Jed needs to get good?
Maybe I need to get good. The one of the other things, which I'm sure will be fixed in the competitive mode, I didn't play in the beta to play the competitive mode when they had it, but if you play against a team that has like multiple of the same character, a lot of times you just can't do anything. Like if you have a team with like 2 Mercies, good luck. If you have a team with like 2 of the guy that builds the turrets, whose name I always forget, good luck. Like it's just not balanced that way, at least.
Yeah, like a system where like if one person has like picks a character that like no one else, it doesn't like match you with other people who pick that character, kind of thing.
I guess, yeah.
Because and I feel like that's with 21 characters you can't do it, but that's kind of what something I did like. I didn't like it at first, but it's something like I grew to like in Evolve, where like there's the 4 characters and the monster, and then you have to like pick your vote for like what character you'd want to be the most, and then like when you go into a match, it like randomizes who gets what.
In Overwatch, you can switch characters on the go, which is part of the strategy. But
okay.
I hope the competitive mode enforces like only 1 per character per team when it comes out. Like you can still switch, but you can't switch to a character that's already out, because otherwise it screws with the balance, I think, a lot.
Exactly. And plus, like I think one cool thing about it is that when you're selecting your character, there's like tips on the side that show, oh, you guys have like not enough of this specific character type, and like if you guys want to win, or like advice, like if
that's
you
pretty
guys,
cool.
Like want to win, you guys should have like this person.
Yeah,
and it actually works too. Like people will pick based on that, versus if like something like League of Legends where you're like, hey, we need a tank, and the dude's like, no, I'm going to attack no matter what, and then he just picks it. Like people just accept it if it's from the game, but if it's from someone else, they'll just do it out of spite. Like
it's not suggestions. It's like, we're telling you, if you want to win, we're trying to help you right now.
Nah, screw that. I don't want to win. Just want to be a jerk.
But cool. Jed still enjoys it to an extent, like just not.
Well, don't speak for Jed.
No,
sorry.
I do
Like,
still enjoy it,
again,
but I feel like
he gave an 8.
I just don't feel like it's gonna have longevity with
No,
me. Like, it's already repetitive after like a few days. Like during my review, I started to get tired of it. Like I just don't see the longevity. I mean,
Well, that's the
for some
problem.
people it may be like Counter-Strike's been around and been basically the same game for like 16 years. So
because it's like almost perfect. It's such a good game.
They really
So
made
this
that.
might be my personal Counter-Strike. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the big problem. You really you run the risk with an online only multiplayer game. It's like that only is so fun for so long, and then you're gonna get bored of it, and you're gonna want to move on to something else. Like you can't just play the same thing over and over and expect to play it and have the same lasting effect as something that actually has like a story and other things that you can do.
well, it's not necessarily even
or an
that.
amiibo.
It's just the lack of variety in Overwatch. You have like the 4 different game types, one of which is just 2 of the others combined, all feel very similar. So you basically have like defense and attack, and then you have the King of the Hill. Like that's it. Versus something like, say, like any other shooter, like Halo has like umpteen different modes to play.
Yeah.
So I mean, there just needs to be more variety.
It's weird that Splatoon didn't have that same problem, because when Splatoon came out, it only had like 2 game modes realistically.
I mean, I got tired of Splatoon
Really?
after a couple of weeks too.
I still
Yeah,
play Splatoon.
I don't play
love
Splatoon anymore.
I still play it.
It's fun.
I go back
I go back
like
and
at
play
least
every
once a
once in a
week and play like 1 or 2, just like 1 or 2 matches. Like I still enjoy it.
I don't know. I'm very goal oriented, so if there's not something I'm working towards, I just don't really feel a need
Painting
to
the
play.
ground. That's what you're working
Splatoon's
towards.
also like it's just a well-made game.
It
Like,
was
it's-
a very well made game.
I'm not saying anything against Overwatch. I haven't played it, but
All right.
I'm assuming
Splatoon
because
was good.
Jed hates it. So
Enough. Yeah.
I don't hate it, but it could get there.
I don't hate
I'm
it, but I totally. Hate
I'm
it.
totally. I'm just
Stoking
joking
the
because you
fires.
gave it an
By
8,
the
which is
end
a
of this
terrible
podcast,
score.
You'll be like, you know what, guys, I will change my score. 4 out of 10.
I will say this. I do really believe that it should have been a free to play game. And people that go, no, it costs money but it's cheap and all this stuff. It's like you could make the same argument for Smite, which has a $30 god pack that you get every god for free, but then you have to grind for skins and there's microtransactions for skins. Like it's the same basic concept, but only here you paid $40 for all the characters, or you paid $60 like most people did, and you got a couple extra pretty skins.
Actually, in Canada, it's like 80.
Yeah, it's extreme.
Yeah.
That's probably
$79.99 before taxes in
That's
Canada.
the reason I haven't bought it yet, because it's
That-
so expensive.
Because our dollar is garbage.
True, but I mean, it's just it doesn't. It's like it's the effed up thing that's like it's not even weird to me. It's like an $80. Yep, that's a PlayStation game. That makes sense.
Yeah. I remember when it
Such a
first
rare
happened, I was like, ugh, I refuse. And then I just started seeing all of the games turn
breaks-
into that.
yeah,
And I'm
just
like,
breaks you
oh,
down.
well,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought, like $60 is
Yeah,
too
I was like,
expensive.
wow, that's a lot of money.
Can't
but
you guys just like make American accounts for digital and just pay? I guess yours like exchange rate though, so it would be the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Like a
understand. I'm
region
American.
too, like an IP.
Well, what
Anyway.
about, have you been playing anything, Jordan?
Yeah, I have. I've been playing Fallout 4 Automatron.
Far Harbor.
I did play Automatron. I went through it again in a couple hours because I had to get a certain sword that I wanted, because I like accidentally deleted the data for some reason, or I deleted the DLC. So but it deleted the data too from my save file, so I had to reinstall it and redo all the Automatron stuff. Yeah, I played Far Harbor. It was very okay. I had a huge problem with it because, I will say this, and the one positive, as far as a DLC, it was actually an expansion that had content, as opposed to Automatron and Wasteland Wanderer, or whatever, the workshop, whatever the hell it was called. It gives you a whole new island, a whole new series of quests and actual stuff to do. The only problem is, exclusive to the PS4, it runs like absolute horseshit. It's terrible. It's a game that runs at 30 FPS, and when you're in that expansion, it honestly drops down to 15. It's ridiculous. Glitched out like crazy, crashed on me 3 or 4 times. It was just totally unacceptable for a modern day game, AAA game. And then the storyline is like you're on a case from the Valentine Detective Agency, which I thought was kind of cool. It's like if they started doing more stuff like that, where you're taking on these like murder cases and stuff like that. You're looking for some girl who thinks she's a synth. So you track her to this island. There's the people who are there who are like just want to live there and they just want to get by. But then there's a evil cult of Children of Adam people who want to just nuke the whole island to crap because, Adam told me to do so. And then there's this refugee of synths that are all like, oh, we just want to kind of live in peace and not bother anyone because we're synths and we don't belong anywhere. And then like it's just every problem that Fallout 4 has, this DLC has. Like it's so restrictive. It gives you this illusion that there's some big story at play, but it's really like one way or the other. The Children of Adam guys are like cartoonishly evil. It's just like all they want to do is like, Adam told us to blow up the world and because that's what our religion is, worshiping radiation, so nuke everything. And and it doesn't really like present either side as like reasonable. It's like the Far Harbor people, well, we just don't like the fact that the Children of Adam are crazy and they want to blow us all up and they'll kill us, so we'll kill them right back. Like they're just as like jaded and cynical and sort of like morally corrupt as the Children of Adam. And even like the synth refugee people, like they're like the same way. Like they're morally ambiguous too. They do some shady crap too just to get by. Like so it's like no, they're not presenting any argument like it's like, well, we had to do this, so we're obviously good because that's just the way it is now. Like they don't really show you that kind of like that middle ground with people. Like it's just either one way or the other.
Clearly you're not American, where we're right all the time and we always start wars. So
clearly I just don't understand Fallout because apparently Fallout has never given you choice about anything. And then like there was so many like stupid parts, and this is the problem that goes towards like the way the game has like very, very restrictive, limited conversation options too, because there was one really great quest where you end up going to a vault that's filled with robots and it's like an actual murder mystery. One of the robots is dead and you have to like go around and collect clues and figure out who did it.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, guess what? You get one piece of evidence and a vague motive, and that's all you have to go on to call these people out. And then you end up solving the murder, and then all the robots are just like, is everything okay? Every time you talk to them, it's like, oh, there was some commotion over there. And that's all they say. Like it's like nothing happened.
So it's like not like a mini LA noir.
No,
with robots.
it's literally like you solve the mystery and they're all like, "Oh wow, that was some commotion. What went on over there?" And like you can't talk to anyone afterwards. Like you can't try to like get like to the bottom of it. It's like literally like the game said, "Okay, you're done here. Peace. Like don't ever come back." And like almost everything felt like that. Like there was a part where you go to the Sith refugee place, and because the whole thing about that main quest too is that like this girl is like really questioning whether or not she's a synth because her parents say, "Oh, she's totally not a synth. We know for sure." And she's all like, "No, I totally am." So you go to the place, and like the main synth guy is like, "Are you sure you're not a synth?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm a human." And he's like, "But are you sure? Like what?" And so he asked me, he's like, "So what's your earliest memory?" And the only dialogue options I had were either like tell him to screw off. It's like none of your business. And then the two memories I could have given were literally the start of the game. Like I couldn't. I'm just sitting there like, wait a minute. I know that my character is like pre-war, so how come I don't have any memories of being a child? Like it's like you can only do what the game tells you, not what you actually want to do. And it really does feel like Bethesda has forgotten what the RP in role-playing game stands for. I mean, they barely understand what the G stands for, the sorry state their games release in.
Damn. Oh
my God. Anyway, yeah.
So do you like Bethesda?
I liked Bethesda. I kind of believe in them, but it's like I don't know. They've gotten a little too deep in the AAA industry, it feels.
So I'm assuming you're going to give this game a gate.
I gave it a 5.
10?
I gave it a 5.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
It's the worst score you could give it. Phil, what about you? You playing anything?
Nope.
Okay, give us a movie review.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right.
I'm the host, damn it. Phil,
Yeah.
Give us a movie review.
Give me a movie review, man.
been watching anything good lately?
Good hosting, Cody. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
8 out of 10.
It's an interesting term. I saw a couple things this week. First up was X-Men Apocalypse. I guess we should.
Oh yeah, how was that?
This is okay.
That's what everyone's saying from what I've heard.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
I read your review.
I saw it very early, and after the first wave of reviews after that were all like
Super mixed?
paper. Yeah, no, they're mixed now. The first ones were all just pure people wiping their ass with their keyboard, ranting and raving and screaming, and I thought that was a little ridiculous. So I was glad to see a couple people sort of cool down on it. It's not great. The biggest problem with it is just that like it's way too overstuffed. Because there's the new villain Apocalypse, obviously, and it's fine. Oscar Isaac was a weird choice to play it, but he did okay. His motivation's pretty straightforward.
I mean, that's very
Got his name.
loyal to Apocalypse, the character,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Let me guess, does he want to bring about the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's pretty
Wants to bring a
straightforward.
Jimmy John's to Canada.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Pretty straightforward. And once again, Professor Xavier is running his school for the gifted. Finally, I guess, in this timeline, he's finally got it up and running. And everything seems great. Nothing could possibly go wrong there. And
Until it does.
Magneto's got wife and daughter. It's hiding out in Poland. So once again, nothing could possibly go wrong. And then, does go wrong. And Apocalypse shows up, starts getting in trouble. He enlists Magneto and enlists Psylocke, which is just Olivia Munn in a rubber outfit cosplaying. And she speaks twice.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 3 times. Well, there's just not room. And then the new actress who plays Storm looks right. She's got the mohawk and everything, but again, basically says nothing. And then they introduce Cyclops to the group, and he meets Jean Grey, and so that takes up some screen time.
Got a crush.
And then Rose Byrne, who is the special agent in First Class, she's back because people liked her, and then Quicksilver was back because people liked him. And there's just too much going on. And I see how it happened, because Days of Future Past, which I really liked. I know some people are kind of...
I love Days of Future Past.
Not so great on it, but I like it quite a bit. And,
I loved it.
And that was...
Oh, no, sorry. First Class. Days of Future Past was okay.
Yeah.
I like both.
I like both a lot, too. But Days of Future Past sort of got a lot of mileage out of callbacks and sort of playing out, bringing franchise A to franchise B, and that's sort of what people loved about it. And this one, I feel like they tried to do that almost too much. And the retconning, they've done some more retconning again.
Oh, no.
So it just feels like just a series of isolated scenes that everyone thought would be a great idea, and no one quite figured out how to put them together. Because also, I forgot, I didn't even talk about Jennifer Lawrence, and she's probably has the most screen time out of anyone. So, that's how much is going on.
Jennifer Lawrence presents X-Men.
Yeah. And it's ridiculous because she's because clearly, very minimal in the Mystique makeup. That's obviously a contractual thing. But what I don't understand, the logic of it is that she became a minor celebrity after the last movie, because Mystique was on TV for the whole, almost killing the president thing.
Yeah.
And, which, fine, that makes sense. Why is she hiding out as Jennifer Lawrence? Clearly, she can hide as anyone. Maybe don't look like the same as you, but not blue. You know what I mean? There are things like that where it's just I get you need Jennifer Lawrence in it, but let's have a little more logic here. But now, that being said, there are some great scenes. And like Days of Future Past, it's nice to just finally see X-Men movies that can actually do the scale of what X-Men always was, because up until that point, it was just sort of, they weren't quite expensive enough, or the technology wasn't quite there yet.
X-Men 1.
Yeah, totally. Or I love X-Men 2, but it is very subdued.
How it's just all in a dam.
Yeah. Which totally is great. Where they use their resources as well as they could, but they just couldn't pull it off quite yet. So it's nice to finally see that. There are a handful of really great moments that there's another Quicksilver scene that's sort of a reprise of the last one that's fantastic. But again, that's the best part, and I just saw that in the last X-Men movie. Mm-hmm. So more than anything else, I just got a real sense of franchise fatigue with it, and particularly it's just so mopey, and that's fine. That's how the X-Men movie started, but I really liked how First Class sort of made it kind of campy and goofy and fun as well. And having just watched Days of Future Past again this week, I felt there was a nice mix there. That even though Singer directed it and made the apocalyptic future very dark and brooding, there was still a sense of playfulness, and that's pretty much gone here, and that kind of bums me out. And then especially after 3 X-Men movies that were a little more fun, and Deadpool that just took the piss out of everything, it's just kind of I don't know. There's a little bit of a slog in ways that it shouldn't be, because it's the most action-packed of all the X-Men movies.
Does this one focus on Wolverine like nearly every other X-Men movie?
No, but there is a surprise cameo from Wolverine.
Of course there is.
Have a freaking
Do you-
X-Men movie
Yeah,
without
Do you
for
think
2
that?
seconds.
Do you think that Deadpool's almost ruined the way you see superhero movies, because it
No.
just calls out all the all the shit with them?
definitely not.
No.
No, because Deadpool
Okay.
didn't say anything. I was like, my God, he's right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just like it's just like
kind of joked about, but
yeah, no, like it
studios would
kind of like
do.
points out all of the like the things that like the genre's been like
No, because
tired.
Yeah, but I was
like
well aware of that.
yeah, but I think it just kind of like exemplifies those things.
no, because
'Cause
you can get a
every
movie
review-
like Civil War that like
every
is doing a lot of really serious things, but is
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
kind of fun to
Civil
watch.
War
Almost-
had a lot of the cliches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Still, because
almost
it
a
was
lot
well,
of
people got
the
into it.
reviews I've read for that and even Batman vs Superman,
Yeah.
which I mean Batman vs Superman deserved the criticism it got, but a lot of what I read was like, you know, after we saw all this in Deadpool, it's like it's strange that they're still doing that, and it's like, well, yeah and no, but
Yeah, well, I mean, that's an easy thing to say. I mean, I just said it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like, it's not like Deadpool, but, like, even Kick-Ass pointed out a lot of
Yeah,
stuff,
that's true.
and that
Yeah.
was quite a while ago. So, like, it's not, so, I mean, like, it definitely flavors it, for sure, because it's so recently in the memory, particularly with it being set in the X-Men universe.
yeah.
But I think you can still get away with all that stuff, certainly. If only because Deadpool 2 is going to need more material. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
they need to
but-
go out there.
Yeah. So, like, while I said all my poo-pooing about Apocalypse, like, I don't hate it. It still has some great moments.
It's
in
still
it.
better than X3.
Yeah, a million times. Yeah, I would say it falls right in the middle of the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
I'd say that's where it
Okay.
is. In fact, I did an article this week that ranked
Check it
them.
out on CG Mag.
Yeah, I was about to say you
online.com.
should check out cgmagonline.com where you actually rank all of the X-Men movies,
Exactly. And that's right. I put it
including Deadpool.
including Deadpool, yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an X-Men
counts.
movie. He's an X-Men character.
Yeah.
Wait, I never asked you. What was your thoughts on the Wolverine?
I was fine.
Okay.
I would say that they're about on par. That's
Okay.
like the level we're dealing with.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So like it still has great stuff. Like the Wolverine has that awesome bullet train sequence, which might be the
Yes.
best action scene in
Oh.
all the X-Men movies that they've done to date. But but when I was writing my thing up, I couldn't think of anything about the Wolverine other than that awesome scene and that they were in
What
Japan.
about the?
That's it. That's all
What
I
about
remember.
the snowblower scene that was only like the unrated extended DVD? Where
Oh right.
it just
yeah.
mows through ninjas, so
Yeah,
there's
that
just
was
blood
pretty good.
everywhere.
That was pretty good. So yeah, it's fine. Next up, additional. What's going on?
He's just walking around.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
All right, next up.
You had to go take a pee.
I saw Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Is-
I'm gonna be real quick on that. Which is it's slightly better than the first one, which means it's still crap.
Moving on.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
looks
there's
like
progress.
It looks like a rainbow fart. And
I know it's probably
Tim
really
Burton's
mean to say,
Rainbow
but
Fire.
I was reading this morning that apparently like Johnny Depp and his wife are getting divorced, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, she must have saw through the looking glass.
I was gonna say like aesthetically, it looks like a scene kid's like wet dream.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
Well, that was
a hot
with-
topic. Wet fart.
Wet fart.
no, that's Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Suicide Squad.
I
damn
am
it.
too, but if we're gonna invent the phrase "a hot topic wet fart,"
yeah, Suicide Squad.
it was
Down
invented.
pat.
for
Hey guys,
Suicide Squad.
I think we have our title for this podcast.
Oh,
It was I will say it was mildly better, and I just enjoy watching Sacha Baron Cohen and everything. And hey, he was there, so that's something.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, not.
He was in it.
Hey,
Yeah, he's
listen.
the bad guy.
Still probably better than Brothers Grimsby.
No.
No?
Brothers Grimsby was a blast. What are you talking about?
It was awful.
Oh, that movie was hilarious.
so
Oh,
terrible.
you're crazy.
Dude,
You're crazy.
That elephant
Don't look at me.
sequence,
I'm not going to be able to help you.
I
Yeah.
actually gagged.
Unbelievable.
I was so close to throwing
That was
up.
fantastic. That was
No.
fantastic.
No. We need to stop right now before it's just an hour of just going.
Oh yeah, that's all it's gonna be. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna pretend that it's a great movie. Obviously, it's not, but it was super fun, and I've laughed more at that than any comedy I've seen this year. Simple as that.
Wait until Pop Star, damn it.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Oh, I
I'm looking
can't
forward to
wait.
that
It'd be
too,
great.
Really
What else
What
have you
was the
seen?
third thing?
All right, and the third thing is a movie called Mr. Right. It's an action movie with Sam Rockwell and Anna Kendrick, sort of action romantic comedy.
Oh, the Max Landis movie.
Yeah.
The fourth one.
I know, yeah. This one I actually like quite a bit. Sam Rockwell plays a like slightly crazy hitman who at this point now like will accept cases, take the money, and then kill the person who hired him to kill someone else because he thinks murdering is wrong. So he's like that. And then Anna Kendrick plays a like total manic nut job who just like broke up with her boyfriend and is in a really dark, messed up place. And they meet over a stack of fallen condoms. and they fall in love. And
As one does.
They fall in love through the condoms.
Yeah. And what's fun is like while they're dating and she's sort of falling for him, he is being attacked by other assassins, and he'll go kill someone and come back, and she'll be like, "Where were you?" He's like, "Oh, I just killed a guy." And she's like, "Ha ha ha," but did. And like, so when it gets to the point that she finds out an assassin, he can legitimately be like, "Well, I never lied. I told you about every single time. Like, we've been very open about this." And and then it turns into kind of like a manic love story, true romance kind of thing. And I just thought it was a ton of fun. Particularly the two of them are like great actors as is, and it was clearly written for them, and both of them are fantastic, and they just have such great chemistry that was like probably one of the more entertaining like couplings I've seen in a movie in a long time. And the way it was shot sort of had a really nice kind of like mixture of like trash American culture parody, like Jonathan Demme movie like Something Wild or something, and like John Woo kind of like bullet time.
Yeah, with the doves everywhere.
Double hands, not the doves, but the like two guns, one gun in each hand kind of action scenes, and a lot of fun action scenes where like Sam Rockwell's also a dancer, so he'll like literally be dancing and shooting people, which is kind of a funny visual gag on like balletic gunplay, which I enjoyed. And then the RZA plays a henchman who
because
realizes,
the RZA.
Yeah. But he's got a really funny character. He plays a henchman who realizes a henchman, and it's like, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. So there's some really clever stuff. There's some fun action, very funny, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, even though Max Landis gets on my nerves too.
Oh, the thing is with Max Landis, I'm a big fan of Chronicle. I'm a big fan of his internet shorts that he did, like Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
Did he do Fantastic Four as well?
What?
No.
Didn't Max Landis do
No, it was
direct?
the guy that directed Chronicle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Max Landis he only wrote Chronicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he did the, what's it called? American Ultra.
Wait, you don't like
that
Max
I didn't
Landis?
like.
American Ultra wasn't really good.
It was not great.
It was way too inconsistent.
Yeah.
Victor Frankenstein, which is apparently awful.
That's brutal.
And there was some other movie I don't remember. I think it was like some indie movie.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of him?
Oh.
Is that what you're saying?
Max Landis?
Yeah.
I find him as a human a little irritating.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy his work, and I do think he's even a smart guy, and I hear him say fun stuff. He gets on my nerves.
Okay. That's
Especially on
interesting.
Twitter. He's the one who caused the whole Star Wars Mary Sue argument, which is maybe the most annoying thing since that other hashtag. The gaming journalism one.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I've never heard of them. Could you tell me more?
But no, that Mary
an
Sue argument
acronym
is
for it.
the
Really
most
into ethics.
poisonous thing right now, at least to me. on the internet.
I know.
Jed, you're a little bit of an SJ dub, so I mean, you should probably make a hashtag for it.
Yeah, I should. It should be like hashtag SJ Dubs.
Yeah. DUB.
Hashtag
Dubgate.
gamer.
That would be a great DJ name. SJ
Dubgate?
SJ Dubs, yeah.
DJ
Dubs on the mix.
DJ SJ Dubs.
That'd be good. And I've always never understood why no one's gone with, just as someone that grew up in Full House, why hasn't anyone done DJ Tanner? Doesn't that just make the most sense in the world?
I feel like someone has done that, but they're just like a super terrible,
Someone
unsuccessful
famous
DJ.
needs to do it, because that's so built in. And then you could be dropping like Michelle screaming in all the time. That'd be great.
Is there anyone famous right now that has a name Tanner?
Give me
That's the
pizza.
No, but that could just be your name. DJ
Good
Tanner.
boy.
Yeah.
ZZA.
I want pizza.
And on that note,
All right.
I think we're gonna
take us home.
take this one home. Oh, you and my brain.
I didn't get to
Look at
talk
you.
about what I've been playing.
Oh, Jed's here. Crap.
serious?
Hi,
Well,
You
Jed.
did. You were
Yeah.
playing Overwatch.
I played other stuff.
Okay, what else have
What do
you
you
played?
play?
Oh, that
Ninja
shitty
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles game. I played
Yeah.
We
that.
talked about that.
Played Overwatch and Hearthstone. I don't know if you guys love Hearthstone, but I do.
Nope.
Hearthstone.
You know,
Sucks.
the game that is free to play that Blizzard made.
Okay, we only deal in new games, Jed. If you played a game from like 2006, it's whatever.
Well, then I just got in like literally during this podcast to the Elder Scrolls Legends beta.
Oh, hey.
I played that.
Another
I played that
Hearthstone.
at what was it, PAX East, and I hated it. So I can't wait to play it some more.
Can't wait to give it that slick
Come
8
on.
out of 10.
Yeah, when I wrote my preview and Total Biscuit found out, and on his podcast he was very angry about it.
Come on.
Really?
He's gonna
Total
go one
Biscuit's
step
kind of
further.
angry about a lot, like everything, though.
He has been angry with me multiple times, and
Listen,
if
Jed.
anything, it makes me feel like I'm doing my job right.
The man has cancer. Okay, you're not allowed to get mad at him.
He did say that over my preview that Destructoid would be closed within the next 2 years.
Wow.
And I have no comment towards that. Because there's nothing I can say positive towards Total Biscuit that would totally be okay to say. So,
On that note, Cody.
Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you guys all enjoyed this special controversy-filled edition of
Supersized.
Podcast will get an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. of Pixels Inc. Don't forget to check us out at cgmagonline.com. We have a YouTube channel at cgmagonline. We have this like a magazine thing. It's like a book.
People know what books are. Cody.
Yeah, it's like a book. That's like sometimes like you take trees and you like slice them up and then like you put words on the trees and then you use your eyes to hallucinate what you're seeing in your brain.
Why do you always talk about murdering trees? Are you a tree serial
And
killer?
that's called Comics Gaming Magazine or CGM. You can find that guy in Chapters in Indigo. And possibly, depending on where you're at in your local library. But if you like the trees, you can actually, still stare at words and hallucinate in your brain on your mobile device.
Oh my God.
We have.
Can I just say something before you wrapped up? The Screw Attack just released that masterclass trailer that Mighty Number 9 did for AVGN, and it's hilarious.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I just found it right now. I'm sorry, I was listening to what you were signing on.
We're on Magster, Flipster, Pocket Mags. We're also on iTunes. Whatever that. Whoever uses that anymore. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter at CGMagOnline. I'm on Twitter at Cody_Orm. Shaq.
I'm on the Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and Snapchat at Shaq Excellence.
Phil.
I'm just on Twitter at @PhilBrown.
Jordan.
I am on Twitter at NinjaJordan_, and I'm also on YouTube at Ninja Reviews.
Jed.
I'm on Twitter at Jed05, and then you can just keep up with all my work at dinosexual.com, which is my own website.
That is the greatest.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's my website, because for some reason, when I started writing at Destructoid, they were like, hey, we're going to come up with new tag names instead of just like editor. And I'm like, how about Dr. Dinosexual, PhD of Fistine or something like that it was. And they're like, how about just the Dr. Dinosexual part? I'm like, sweet, that works.
That's a name.
But seriously, dude,
wow.
That's an amazing.
And also, Destructoid, I do news and reviews and all the stuff there too. So
They don't exist. Only CG Mag exists.
we used to have a magazine for one episode, one issue.
One day. They were trying to get on that bandwagon.
Magazine's where it's at.
Yeah, we're also on Facebook at facebook.com/comicsgamingmagazine. Special shout out if you skipped through our amazing commercial to comicbento.com. Don't forget to go to comicbento.com and use the promo code CGMag in all caps, and you can get a subscription, a big old box of comic books and graphic novels sent right to your door.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you get $5 off your subscription. So, I mean, why not give it a try? And thanks for listening, everyone. It's another one in the books.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jed.
Yup.
See ya.